Everyone, it's Tyra Stark. Welcome to Tyra Stark TV. Today is a Bible study. I know I haven't done them in like 2 weeks. I've been pretty busy, but God has given me a word, and I've honestly been pondering on this word all week. So honestly, nothing that I say with these Bible studies, it's nothing that I haven't been through before or currently going through. And so sometimes it's like hard for me to speak on something that I'm going through. I'm like, Lord, you want me to encourage the people when I myself need encouragement? But nevertheless, here we are. And God has been speaking to me all week. Right now, we're in Tampa. Hubby's at a training, so I get this hotel to myself, and I just wanted to share this with you guys. So anyway, don't want to make it too long. However, I really wanted to just come with one question. By the end of this video, I want you guys to really truly ponder on it and think about it, because I have been thinking about it and pondering on it all week. So I'm just going to say the question, and this question is literally in the word, and it is in Matthew chapter 9 verse 28. Jesus says, do you believe that I am able to do this? Drop the mic. That's the question of the day. Do you believe that I, Jesus is speaking, am able to do this? And a little background story on this in Matthew chapter 9 28. It's two blind men following him out, calling him out and saying, Jesus, have mercy on us, Son of David. We want to see again. And Jesus just asked that question to them. And so it made me really, really ponder, because there are some things that I am believing for, especially with this pregnancy, just me being very transparent. Pregnancy, I've had up and downs of feeling very confident about myself and the ability to give birth. And then some lows where I'm like, don't know, how I can do this. You hear these women's horror stories about labor and contractions and stuff. And I really had to stop hearing that type of things, because people mean well, but they don't know sometimes their words are planting little seeds of fear, seeds of doubt in your head. And they may not know it, because they honestly may mean well, and they may honestly just be telling you their experience. But I've been praying and believing in God for a painless birth. I'm just straight out say it. And you may be listening to me and you're like, that don't even exist. But all week, God has been whispering in my voice all week. You are stronger than you think. And also with this question, do you believe that I can do this? And so I know it sounds crazy, but God has really been speaking to me about my birthing process, the laboring process, and how that's going to go for me. For me, I can't speak on nobody else, but for me. And so these scriptures have been honestly just resonating in my spirit. So I really want to come from, and 5 minutes probably, it'll be quick. So I want to go to the chapter before that. So that question came from Matthew 9. I want to come from Matthew 8. And so it's when this Centurion, am I saying that word right? The Centurion. We're going to call him a soldier today. Got it. Okay. When the soldier came up to Jesus, and Jesus is traveling, and he comes up to him and says hey, my soldier, one of the people that work for me, they're sick, and we really just need you, he needs healing, right? But the cool thing about this story with the Roman Centurion, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right, but so basically Jesus is I will go and heal him in verse 7, okay? And in verse 8, we hear him say, the Centurion, the soldier, Lord, I do not deserve to have you come under my roof, but just say the word and my servant will be healed. For I myself am a man under authority with soldiers under me. I tell this one go, he goes, and that one come, he comes. I say to my servant, do this, and he does it. When Jesus heard this, verse 10, he was astonished and said to those following, I tell you the truth, I have not found anyone in Israel with such great faith. Even the Israelites supposed to have much faith, and I have not met anybody with this man's faith. So that got to me. And it kind of goes back to chapter 9. Do you believe I can do this? So here we have the Roman soldier. And, the Romans and the Jews really weren't getting along like that. But here we have this man who is like, listen, I believe you can do this. Just say the word. You don't even have to go to my house. Just say the word. And I'm like, man, how powerful is that? Like, demonstrates such great faith that Jesus is walking. Like, who would not want Jesus at the crib? I don't know about y'all, but if Jesus walking in my house, I'm gonna be like, listen, Jesus, come on, I'm gonna fix you a 5-star meal. We about to talk. I just got a little questions I'm gonna get off my chest. I'm speaking for me, okay? Who would not want Jesus at their house? I think that's a privilege and an honor. But here he is. He's like, I don't even need you to come. Just say the word right now. By the time I get there, he already gonna be healed. This is the Bonnie's version. He already gonna be healed. That demonstrates such great faith. Like, so it really had me thinking about how much faith do we really have? And so I wrote this down. Believe God enough that you believe his word will come to pass. Like, even without confirmations, without pastors speaking over your life, praying over you. No, believe in such a way that God's going to do what he said he's going to do. You don't need proof. You don't need him to go nowhere. You don't need him to put people in place. No, Jesus, I know you can do this. And so I just really felt like it was talking to me. And I just wanted to share that today really quickly with you guys. So I wrote down, yes. So the man didn't even want Jesus to walk all the way to his house. His faith was so strong that he just says, just say the word. And that's my message today. Just say the word. Jesus, just say it. Whatever comes out of your mouth shall come to pass. Part I wanted to mention too. The Roman soldier, right? He demonstrated faith that not even the people of Israel demonstrated. And you're like, man, like, the Israelites were some of the people, were the chosen people. They were the ones that are supposed to know about God. But yet this man who's an outsider demonstrated greater faith than they did. We don't want to be like those people. We don't want to be Christians and worried. That's an oxymoron. The two don't go together. We cannot be believers and not have faith. That is the epitome of us. Like, if nobody has faith around here, walking around this world, we believers, born again believers, should have this faith. That's all I gotta say. And so it brings me back to the question in chapter 9. Do you believe that he can do it? Whatever that is for you. For me right now is pregnancy and the things that God has told me about my birthing experience. And even postpartum, like, God has even been showing me, like, things, like, even when we talk about postpartum and stuff, like, we attach the word depression to it. And yes, like, there are women that go through things, but even sickness, the first trimester sickness and stuff like that, like, we don't have to, we have the power to declare over our bodies as people of God, as women giving birth, that we don't have to conform to, like, this is how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to be sick all 9 months and and you're speaking this sickness over your body. Every time you say the word postpartum depression, you're speaking postpartum over your life. And it's like, we have the power to pray to God and say, Lord, no, I will overcome this. I will have a wonderful, smooth pregnancy. I will have a birthing experience that I can't even describe, that nobody else but you, God, will take the credit. I may be feeling a little different in my body, but I'm not going to speak depression over my life. I'm not going to speak sickness over my life. We have the power to do that. And God has really been showing me that, like, all week, like, literally all week. It's just been speaking to me. And, like, stop taking advice from people, who they mean well. But what do you believe that I can do for you? And then be like the Centurion. Like, I don't even, God, just say the word. I don't need you to come wait to the house. Because he knew, as, like, his role as, like, a Roman soldier, he, like, in his position, the people that work for him, he trusted them to, do the task that he needed them to do. So he was in a position where he understood, like, Jesus, you're in command. Just like I trust my servants, Lord, I'm trusting you as head over my life. to do what I need you to do. Like, you know, what I've been praying for. And so that's just, you know what? I'm going to end it right there. Because I'll be going on and on and on. So question of the week that I want you guys to really, really think about is, do you believe that God can do it? And be honest with yourself. I had to be honest with myself. Some stuff, you know, I didn't think was possible. And to be honest. But this question has stretched me to my core and has allowed me to think. So I pray that it does the same thing for you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys. Have a blessed week. To God be the glory.